Ever fancied adopting a Sulcata tortoise? They're known for their unique personality and remarkable size, but do you know what it takes to care for one? Welcome to the fascinating world of Sulcata tortoises, also known as African spurred tortoises. These captivating creatures are quite popular in the pet world, and for good reasons too. They are more than just their impressive size and distinctive looks. Sulcata tortoises are known for their unique personality traits that make them a joy to have around. These tortoises are not your average small-sized pets. In fact, they are the third largest species of tortoise in the world. They can grow to be over 100 pounds and require a substantial amount of space to roam. Even though their size might be intimidating, it's one of the many features that make them so fascinating. But it's not just their size that makes them stand out in the crowd. Sulcata tortoises have a unique personality that sets them apart from other pets. They are known to be quite interactive and sociable, often showing interest in their surroundings and even their human companions. While they might not fetch a ball or curl up on your lap, they have their own unique ways of interacting and forming bonds that can be just as rewarding. However, it's important to remember that these unique creatures require specific care. They have a diet that consists primarily of greens and grasses and require proper supplementation to stay healthy. Furthermore, they are known to have a long lifespan, often living between 80 to 100 years. This means that adopting a Sulcata tortoise is not just a commitment but a lifelong journey. So, if you're considering bringing a Sulcata tortoise into your home, stick around as we delve into the details of their care and requirements. Before you bring your new friend home, you need to ensure they have the right habitat. But what does that look like for a Sulcata tortoise? When it comes to the Sulcata tortoise, one thing is for certain. These shelled companions are not your typical small pet. In fact, they're one of the largest tortoise species on the planet, capable of reaching over 100 pounds in weight. This means they require a large enclosure to roam around in. The size of this space is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for their health and well-being. So what does a large enclosure look like? Ideally, you're looking at a space that's at least 10 times the length of your tortoise and 5 times its width. This gives them plenty of room to explore, exercise, and engage in natural behaviors. And it's not just about the size of the enclosure. The setup is equally important. Sulcata tortoises are burrowers by nature, which means they need a substrate they can dig into. A mixture of soil and sand works well, providing the right balance of firmness and pliability. You'll also want to include some hideaways for your tortoise to retreat to. These can be anything from large rocks to wooden shelters. But remember, these tortoises are heavy and strong, so whatever you choose needs to be robust enough to withstand their weight. One thing to avoid is a setup that's too damp. Sulcata tortoises are native to the arid regions of Africa, so they're used to a dry environment. Too much moisture can lead to health problems such as shell rot and respiratory issues. Temperature is another crucial factor. These tortoises need a warm basking area during the day and a cooler spot for night. A temperature gradient within the enclosure allows them to regulate their body temperature. Remember, the bigger the enclosure, the happier your tortoise will be. Providing the right habitat is the first step to a healthy and happy tortoise. Now that we've covered the habitat, let's talk about diet. What does a Sulcata tortoise eat and how often? The dietary needs of a Sulcata tortoise are quite unique and require careful attention. They're herbivores, which means they primarily eat plant matter. Their diet should consist of a wide variety of greens and grasses. Think along the lines of dandelion greens, clover, grasses, and even mixed salad greens without dressing, of course. However, it's not just about what they eat, but also how they eat. Sulcatas graze, munching little and often, rather than taking large meals at set times. So, you'll need to ensure they have access to appropriate food throughout the day. Now let's talk about calcium. This essential nutrient plays a vital role in the health of your tortoise. It contributes to strong shell and bone development. But here's the catch. Sulcata tortoises can't absorb calcium properly without vitamin D3. These two nutrients work in tandem, so it's crucial to supplement your tortoise's diet with both. You can dust their food with a calcium and D3 supplement available at most pet stores. But beware of common dietary pitfalls. Feeding them too much fruit can lead to health problems. While they might love the sweet taste of an apple or a strawberry, fruit should only be given as an occasional treat. They have high sugar content that can disrupt the tortoise's digestive system, leading to diarrhea or other health complications. Another common mistake is providing a diet that's too rich in protein. It might seem counterintuitive, but too much protein can lead to abnormal shell growth. a condition known as pyramiding. So keep the protein low and the fiber high. And remember, just like us, sulcatas need fresh water daily. Despite originating from arid environments, they still need hydration to keep their bodily functions running smoothly. A balanced diet is the key to a healthy tortoise. Keep that in mind, and your sulcata tortoise will thrive. Sulcata tortoises are known for their long lifespans, but they're not without their health concerns. So, what should you be aware of? One of the most captivating aspects of the sulcata tortoise, also known as the African spurred tortoise, is its impressive lifespan. It's not uncommon for these hardy creatures to live between 80 to 100 years. Yes, you heard that right. Your sulcata companion could potentially be around for a century, making them lifelong pets that could even outlive their owners. However, such longevity doesn't come without its challenges. Sulcata tortoises can encounter a few health issues that any potential owner should be aware of. Let's dive into some of these concerns. First on the list is the pyramiding of scutes. This condition, characterized by the abnormal growth of the tortoise's shell, is commonly caused by improper diet and humidity levels. It's crucial to maintain a balanced diet rich in fiber and calcium and with low protein content. Ensuring the right humidity within your tortoise's enclosure can also significantly help prevent this issue. Infections are another common health concern. These can occur in various parts of the tortoise's body, such as the eyes, respiratory system, or even the shell. It's essential to keep a clean environment to mitigate this risk and monitor your tortoise closely for any signs of illness like lethargy, loss of appetite, or unusual discharges. Dehydration and metabolic bone disease are two other potential health risks. These can both be largely prevented through proper diet and access to fresh water at all times. Metabolic bone disease in particular is often the result of a lack of calcium or an imbalance of calcium and phosphorus in the diet. The key to your sulcata tortoise's health lies in prevention. Regular vet checkups, maintaining a proper diet, and keeping an eye out for any changes in behavior or appearance can make all the difference. With proper care, your sulcata tortoise can live a long, healthy life. Always be vigilant for signs of health issues and consult a vet when in doubt. So, you've learned about the habitat, diet, and health of a sulcata tortoise. But is it the right pet for you? Let's take a moment to recap what we've covered. The sulcata tortoise, also known as the African spurred tortoise, is an intriguing creature with a unique personality and a considerable size. They can grow to over 100 pounds. They require a spacious enclosure to roam around and a diet rich in greens and grasses, with proper calcium supplementation to keep them healthy. Speaking of health, these reptiles have a long lifespan, living between 80 to 100 years. This longevity does come with its own set of health concerns, such as pyramiding of the scutes, infections, dehydration, and metabolic bone disease, which can be prevented with vigilant care and regular veterinary checkups. Now, all this information might seem a bit overwhelming, and rightly so. Owning a sulcata tortoise is a significant long-term commitment, almost akin to having a child. You're not just getting a pet, you're inviting a new member into your family, one that might even outlive you. This commitment requires time, effort, and resources. From setting up their living space to meeting their dietary needs, from ensuring they stay hydrated to keeping an eye out for any health concerns, it's a full-time job. But don't let this dissuade you. The rewards are immense. The bond you'll develop with your tortoise, the joy you'll derive from watching them grow and thrive, is truly priceless. So, if you're someone who loves a challenge, who enjoys learning and growing alongside your pet, the sulcata tortoise might just be the perfect companion for you. Remember, a sulcata tortoise is a long-term commitment. If you're ready for the challenge, they can make a fascinating and rewarding pet. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.